Japan ranks dead last among developed nations in average sleep duration. The average Japanese adult sleeps less than 6.5 hours per night, less than Americans, less than Germans, less than Koreans. And yet Japan has the longest healthy lifespan on the planet. I am Dr. Hiro. I am a practicing orthopedic surgeon in Japan. And today I am going to show you why the conventional advice to sleep more is missing the most important piece of the equation, and what Japanese biology is actually doing that yours is probably not. Here is the paradox that modern sleep science cannot explain with hours alone. The countries that sleep the longest have some of the highest rates of chronic fatigue, cognitive decline, and metabolic disease. And Japan, the nation that sleeps the least, produces the most centenarians, the lowest dementia rates per capita among major economies, and a population that remains physically mobile and cognitively sharp well into their 80s and 90s. If sleep duration were the primary driver of longevity, this would be impossible. So what is actually happening inside these cells? The answer is not how long you sleep. It is what your body is capable of doing during the hours it has. During deep sleep, your brain activates a system called the glymphatic network, a biological waste removal system that is almost entirely inactive during waking hours. This network flushes toxic protein fragments, including beta-amyloid, the same substance that accumulates in Alzheimer's disease, directly out of brain tissue. Simultaneously, your cells initiate autophagy, the same cellular cleaning process activated by the Japanese practice of hara-hachibu. Damaged mitochondrial components are recycled. Growth hormone, which drives cellular repair across every tissue in your body, is released almost entirely during deep sleep phases. Your immune system conducts targeted surveillance and rebuilds its reserves. This is the biology of restoration. It is extraordinary. And it requires a very specific internal environment to function correctly. Here is what nobody tells you. If your mitochondria are damaged by decades of oxidized cooking oils and environmental toxins, your cells cannot generate the energy required to power deep sleep biology efficiently. If your gut lining is compromised and leaking bacterial fragments into your bloodstream, your brain remains in a low-grade inflammatory state that prevents full descent into deep sleep architecture. If your liver is overwhelmed processing the chemical load from ultra-processed foods, it cannot complete the detoxification cycles that are supposed to run overnight. Your body enters sleep, but the repair program cannot execute. The hardware is broken. This is why millions of people in the Western world sleep 8, 9, even 10 hours and wake up exhausted. They are in bed. They are not restoring. There is a fundamental difference. What traditional Japanese diet does, almost entirely by accident, is build the internal conditions where deep sleep actually works. Fermented foods like miso, natto, and pickled vegetables produce short-chain fatty acids that feed the gut lining and reduce the intestinal inflammation that disrupts sleep architecture. High omega-3 intake from fish supports the cellular membrane integrity that governs melatonin and serotonin signaling. The near absence of industrial seed oils means mitochondrial membranes are not coated in the oxidized lipids that impair cellular energy production during the night. Polyphenol from green tea and seasonal vegetables activate the cellular pathways that make autophagy more efficient during fasting and sleep periods. Japan has not been hacking sleep duration. Japan has been maintaining the cellular environment that makes every hour of sleep count. And here is what this means for you. If you wake up unrefreshed, if you need caffeine to feel human before 10 in the morning, if your brain feels slow and foggy even after what should have been a full night of rest, this is not a psychological problem. This is not stress as a root cause. These are cellular symptoms. Your body is not completing its own repair cycle during the hours you give it, because the environment required for that repair has been compromised. You cannot fix this by sleeping longer. You fix it by restoring the cellular environment first. And when you do, something shifts. Deep sleep becomes deeper. The glymphatic system clears more efficiently. You wake up with energy that does not require a chemical to activate. Your inflammatory markers drop. Your joints recover faster. Your cognitive sharpness returns, not because you added hours, but because the hours you already have finally started working. I have seen this in my private clinic patients within days of implementing the right cellular protocol. The shift is not subtle. This is the exact restoration sequence built into the 10-day cellular reset, the same protocol I use with my clinic patients and with executives from around the world who come to Japan specifically for this approach. It includes a complete manual with a day-by-day guide, plus a grocery action sheet and a precise protocol for what to eat and what to eliminate to restore your deep sleep biology within 10 days. Japan does not sleep more. Japan sleeps better. The reason is not cultural. It is not genetic. It is cellular. If you are ready to wake up actually rested for the first time in years, click the link in the description right now. I will see you inside the program.